So it's been probably almost a month since you guys have seen us last.
So much.
We're sick and tired of the sun already, but it is summer and spring. But this week, probably, I think this is the only warm, hot day this week. Other than that, we're dropping back to about 61 degrees during the day, 37 at night here, even in the inner part of the city here in Coeur d'Alene and all our areas. So the mountains will be even colder. But of course, the snow is still up there, but I'm not about to hike to get it. So we're going to try to finish up with comments about what we had to happen good during the season and some things that we might do to prepare for next season. We'll try to keep it brief, and then every 2 weeks or so we'll do a little something. So Ted's going to take it from here.
Okay, so the last time we were hanging out in the sunshine and summer, which is just too long, we were talking about doing things to prepare to get ready for the season. So one of the things that I found this season, which I was really delighted with, and I would pass on and even more say, do this over the summer. Working on little body parts that becoming aware of, and got to practice a lot of them, and they worked. There was improvements in parts, and that then allowed me to go, wow, I can make my toys work differently and better or differently. I can do different things. I got more stamina. There were a lot of improvements that way. Another improvement, real quick, another improvement that came was the snow conditions were so varied that we're changing up everything every day, and here's a new element that I'm still working on. So it was an enlightening winter.
Yeah. So Ted was talking there, and I was going to try to interrupt, but I didn't. But I will now. Conditions were not the normal winter that we saw. We didn't have the powder days. We didn't have the hero snow as much. So what Ted's talking about overall is he made a lot of adaptations to his riding styles to conform to the conditions that Mother Nature gave us. A lot of you guys go out there who just ride occasionally. You're not used to adapting to the different conditions. You don't go enough. And I can tell you that Abram's one of the last ones he did on thing, he talked about getting in condition and being in condition and adapting and being able to make those changes. Well, what happened to Ted this season was
exactly
those adaptations, he was able to put them into actual use. All right? And that doesn't come from watching us and listening to other people tell you how to ride. It comes from you being outside and you actually getting involved. So Ted, maybe tell us what he liked about his new board due to his ability to change some of his styles.
When I tell you that I'm adding new things to my ride, basically I'm not adding new tricks. There's no new tricks.
No new tricks, no backflips,
no new tricks. But I now feel as though I have a way more control over the board. I also feel as though I can carve my boards. I can adjust from one board to another and notice the differences. I don't think that was there in my head before. And those carves are consistent. I can consistently carve the board regardless of how crummy the terrain is on some days.
Okay, so Ted, how do you make adaptations to riding because of the injury to one of your legs? Talk about that real quick. Which leg is it again?
Well, the right one is kind of messed up. I'm lacking. I have no cartilage in the right knee. So
you fundamentally then do a lot more work with your lead leg and your hip.
Yeah.
And it because of that lack of power coming out of your back leg. Although we do promote front leg riding, obviously, but you actually push it a little further, and that people can see it in the videos.
Yeah.
You're very balanced and very accurate moving to the front side. So I can see that works well for you and adapting your ride to that.
Yeah, I can see from my own videos that this, and I can feel it at times when this leg is giving. So even when that's happening, I tell people that's my snowboard limp. And it's going to stay that way until
until you're gone, unless you get a new knee.
I don't think I'm getting a new knee.
All right, so I can also say that I had a good season in adaptability because I rode a lot of different boards, and I changed my foot alignment on the board quite frequently, more than I ever did, and went from being duck all the time, positive, negative, to positive, positive, and so on, for different boards and different types of performances. One of my downfalls this season was me. My downfall, me. I suffered getting in and out of chairs this year at 76 going on 77 to the point that it hurt. And I was very upset with my inability to stand up off a damn chair. But part of it was the design of the chairs, as I had a video out on that. But what did that tell me? It tells me and it tells Ted and all of you guys out there, for next season, I'm going to continue working on my range of motion, my ability to move up, down, across, etc., because if I don't, I cannot start a new season thinking that I'm left off with the old season and survive those type of falls. So that's all I'm telling you guys right now. We're already in the process of rebuilding our bodies and our movements to continue on this journey. Yep. Otherwise, the road is going to end before too long.
And I gotta add this in. I'm riding with Jim. Jim can do almost everything in the world on his snowboard and a pair of skis, but we don't mention that too often. He could do all that stuff, and something happens this year, and he's got to go to the fundamental problem of getting off of a lift. I mean, how crazy is that? That's not something that you're going to have forgotten over 30 plus years. It's not, it's not something you struggled with for 30 plus years. It was, life changes, things change. We have to keep up with the changes.
Yep, so we hope that all of you will keep up with us as we try to keep up with ourselves and keep this journey going. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and we'll be out here, but it won't be on snow. Out.